Theism.
Atheism? Well, which theism? You can't just talk about one of them without being specific. Unless you mean that other thing, atheism, when, oh no, ism. Not again, ism. This is going to be painful. Ism. Fine, do that thing your side always do and cause me all of the pain and I'll go get the whiskey.
Atheism. The definition of theism is the belief in the existence of supreme beings or deities.
Wait a tick, was that a comedy? Ah, god damn it, if you are the kind to make the joke in your content, please, for the love of God, please actually be funny. I'm pretty sure that if hell exists, it's a comedy show with someone who thinks they are really funny but keeps doing non-stop swinging a misses forever. Kind of like the Sir Sick channel. Anyway, yes, that is an accurate and, more importantly, useful definition for theism. At least we're getting something out of today.
Isn't it funny that the word atheism itself
is made out of jam and twigs? I know! How does that even work? But there it is, the jammy, twiggy bastard word that it so clearly is. Sorry, that's not true. Words can't be made out of jam or twigs, not in the way I mean. I don't know why I lie so much. I guess it's 'cause it's so easy and fun. Oh well, what were you actually going to say? And it better be better than the true fact I just said about the jam twigs.
kind of revolves around this.
Wait a gosh darn rootin' tootin' highfalutin' manootin'. Are you telling me that a word that has a Latin affix a to mean without is how we make the word to mean without theism? And that word only exists because theism exists, almost like that's how words work or something. I know, it's amazing the things you can do when you know how to do the wordingtons just like that. All kinds of smart shit. Like, did you know that if you have enough of them and you put them in the right order, you can make a thing called a book? I know. And for those of you who don't, it's this thing that they used to use in the stupid ages to bore each other to death or something. The more you know. Atheism gone wrong, a response video to atheism. Well, that's bold. Or incredibly mundane, because if you mean a response to the idea that someone doesn't buy the claim that there is any particular God, then, well, you can disagree, but all you would need to say is, well, I disagree. Done. But if you mean a response to all atheism and the various beliefs that have atheism as a part of them, then, well, damn girl, you got a heck of a job on your hands. I wouldn't bother. But then again, I don't bother turning the lights on when it gets dark outside. I mean, the switch is all the way over there and I just got comfy like 3 days ago. Not worth it, man.
Okay, I'm on an article by American Atheists, and they say, to be clear, atheism is not a disbelief in gods or a denial of gods. It is a lack of belief in gods.
Yes, that is what it is defined as, with good reason too, because it's a belief claim, not a claim about reality itself. I mean, you could tell me that you once high-fived Patrick Stewart whilst doing a backflip jet skiing on a dolphin, and the dolphin was on fire. And if I did not believe you had done that, but wasn't sure either way because I couldn't prove you hadn't, we could name that being A, you high-five Pat Stew while jet ski backflipping dolphins ... on fire, ist. And it's the same kind of thing. Of course I wouldn't actually be that, because I'm pretty sure you did do that on account of it being so plausible.
It's kind of the same thing as saying there is no God and saying I don't believe in God.
Why did you have to be? No, I thought you were going to be one of the good theists. But no, you're exactly the same as the rest, failing at a fundamental level to understand an incredibly simple concept. Why? Why do you guys always do this? Are you like part of some kind of club? And no, I get that they have their religious boys clubs, but I mean, altogether, every last one of them seems to have agreed to do whatever they can to not know what atheism is, and then make a YouTube video about it. It's frankly a little bit weird.
Both have the word God in them.
Okay. I know what some of you are thinking. No one could say something that stupid in all seriousness, and yes, I don't think she's saying that bit in seriousness, but that also doesn't mean that she isn't being earnest overall in this discussion. Because I was worried about that at first. No one wants to debunk a joke video. That's just weird. But no, her description is, I love my atheist friends. Ain't no hatred there. This has been brewing in me for a while now. I'm sick of all the condescending ways in which I am spoken to regarding my faith. I never look down on anyone, still don't, yet have been treated like a fool for believing in Jesus. I know it comes with the package. Well, this is my response if you're watching, dear atheist. And I mean dear. I hope you can see I'm speaking not to be right, but to give you my perspective, and why I think that even given your perspective, things don't match up the way you might think it does. And I mean that last bit means that's exactly what you're doing, but never mind. I've written a lot of weird shit to be funny in my life, and none of it looked remotely like that. So yeah, I just wanted to make it completely clear because I know there will be some big brainers among you who think they have this all figured out, and there ain't no one this silly, it am joke, me am smart. And I think you're wrong on many, many counts. But, and just a quick response to that comment, I don't care if you love Jesus, but when you say things that are objectively wrong, and you do, I have to pipe up. It's kind of my thing.
But I get the meaning, alright? I get it. To put it in a more humorous way, if atheism is a religion, then not collecting stamps is a hobby.
Yes, I have heard that one before, although I wouldn't call it humorous, haha, more humorous. Oh, yeah, I get it. And that's 2 of the 3 types of humour. The other is, oh, for f***'s sake, humorous. You know, when you hear a joke that's definitely not funny, it's terrible and you hate it. But for some reason, you secretly deep down wanted to laugh anyway. If you want an example, just think of every joke I've ever made.
That is funny. Well, I'm not laughing, I'm laughing inside. Yes, not collecting stamps is a hobby, but you can only say that when there are hobbies of collecting stamps.
Right, I think I know where you're going to go with this, and no, please don't. It's wrong, and it's not in any way, shape, or form smart. And every time someone says something unsmart to me, it causes me physical damage. Why do you think I wear the armour? Yeah, it's not to protect me, that ship has long since sailed. It's to keep the soupy mush that is my body together. It's a fucking nightmare in here.
You can say there are no swans, but for you to even know the word swan, there must be a swan somewhere.
Oh my god, you have completely butchered that concept. And it's kind of obvious to, well, me. Let's start with a concept you probably don't believe. We will start simple. Pegasuses. Pegasusi? Flappy horses. I assume you don't think flappy horses exist. They're a made-up concept. But the fact that you know of the idea and don't believe it doesn't suddenly make them exist. That would be dumb. And you said it in your little description spiel that you believe in Jeebus. Cool. I assume then that you don't believe in Thor or Bast or a multitude of other deities that have been invented by humans. Right? Just because something has been thought of doesn't make that thing real. Humans are just kind of a creative lot. That's it. Hell, maybe they even invented the Bible guy. Really makes you think.
Do you think humans really created this whole word God?
Yes. A million goddamn, ironically, times. Of course I do. Because here's a little bit of info about me that you might not be privy to, but I don't think God does the real. But keep that under your hat. That's a secret about me that I don't want getting out. Like the fact that I am also a little bit of a drinker. Keep it, Mum, will ya?
Because in my experience, my natural tendency is to reject God.
Mate, I might have some terrible stroke good news for you. You, might be an atheist. I mean, if you are having to actively convince yourself of the existence of G-Man, no, the other one, well, you might just not really be into it. I mean, most people who become atheists after being religious, when they were religious, had absolutely no problem with any of the ideas related to G-Man, no, the other one. It's regularly not until doubt is seeded that many people even question the existence of the G-Man. No, not that one, for f***'s sake. There, he's dead now, and he is never coming back. Ugh!
I was born rebellious to God.
Babies aren't rebellious. Babies are just little blank slates with not even a concept of God. It isn't until one is older and has the concept explained to them does even the opportunity to rebel against the idea pop up. And yes, I do believe that in this day and age, if you raised someone without the concept of God and gave them the ability to discover the factual explanations of things, they likely wouldn't even come close to concluding that there was a man in the sky controlling everything and they were also best friends with them and were going to live with them if they suddenly copped it. Because that would be just a tad bit of a leap, don't you think?
I was born wanting to be my own god.
I really, really, really want to meet baby you. That baby must have been wild.
Oh, fear me, I am the god baby. Bow before my babbling majesty. Bring forth all the boobies, for I hunger. Burp me, for I have colic and such.
I don't know if that sounds hilarious or absolutely terrifying. I suppose it depends if you're on a plane.
Why on earth would I invent a god in authority over me who I am subjected to? Like, it almost sounds very like slaves.
Okay, not gonna lie, I kind of enjoyed the whipping sound. Kinky. But, Sunshine, Gumdrop Child, you didn't invent God. I really, really hate to break it to you, but you didn't even remotely come up with that idea. And I doubt any human has for thousands and thousands of years. Because again, they would have been told it. And even if they went, nah, your God sounds dumb, I'ma invent my own, they still didn't come up with the concept of God solo. That was likely a group of people sat around trying to explain how things that they didn't have the remotest chance of finding out the reality of in multiple lifetimes. So they came up with simple explanations that they could. They know things can do stuff. So something that they're not seeing controls X thing. You build on that idea and suddenly it's something I can't see controls everything. And then, well, they're people, so they're going to personify it, as they are known to do. And then the world's your oyster from there. But just because they came up with it doesn't make it true. Just that humans can do almost anything if they set their mind to it, including creating gods, right out of thin air, which is more than God has ever done. I'll give that point to the humans any day of the week.
You know, the faith I have is so different from other religions and faiths.
Ah, personal faith. Yes, another common thing, and almost certainly not as different as you think. But again, definitely not something you came up with on your own, I promise you. I mean, seriously, do you really think that you never came into contact with any idea even remotely related to any deities before you developed some critical faculties? I'm going to have to say a big old doubt on that one. Because unless you raised yourself in a cave in the middle of nowhere, which you didn't because you're alive, you absolutely would have.
How? Why? Because of the kind of God. This God, he is so loving, but he's also so sometimes aggressive.
I'm confused. You said that your personal God is completely unique against other fakes. Sorry, Freudian slip. Faiths. And then described a God as described by so many faiths, especially the Abrahamic ones. God loves you, also chop off your foreskin, kill the unbelievers and sacrifice your children for me. You know, because I love you so much. Kiss, kiss.
If you push him past the point, he gets really, really mad. But his love, his standards, and the way he deals with people, the way he deals with me, is so gentle.
It's so gentle. It's almost like he's not even there. Like he just doesn't seem to do anything, like at all. What a gentle soul. You wouldn't think someone this gentle would just drown everybody on Earth because he's having a hissy fit, but apparently he does. Although more likely he would just non-exist them all to death.
At the same time, he's this holy God. I don't find that kind of nature in any other kind of God.
I can only assume then that you have literally never looked into any other kind of God and are just assuming that you have the one true special snowflake God that just so happens to be the exact same patriarch figure that so many religions have. It's like you're trying to be as ignorant on the topic as you can. How about stop? That's my job.
Whether people worship trees or they worship idols or they are Buddhists or whatever, it's so different from Christianity. So I'm only referring to Christianity as the religion in this video.
So you know of 4 whole religions. Well, I say 4, really that was 2 and then like 2 ambiguous spiritualities. It's like you know everything you know about religion from reading the first 2 entries under religion from a random and rather crappy encyclopedia. And I have that one right here. It's the Encyclopedia Dipshitica. Religions are like things with like God and the other guy or trees and shit. I don't know. I fell asleep in religious education class. Very informative.
Okay, oh my, we should use the term that binds all of us together. This really sounds like a religion to me.
Right, I'm done, mate. That's one organisation that is an organisation, of course they want to organise, but that doesn't make being an atheist religious. Maybe before you go on the internet and make an incredible fool of yourself, do me a favour and actually talk to an atheist, just the one. You'll be amazed at just how little you know about them. Christ. Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstar Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the...